All right, so first things first, unboxing. Something I get a little irritated at that I probably shouldn't, but when I pay nearly $600 for something, I expect it to come in something that looks like more than the breadsticks I get from the pizza joint. This is not a good way to start here. Very basic, cheap, chintzy cardboard box with the lock just thrown in. But that doesn't tell us how the pistol's actually going to perform. So, as you can see, I went with the bronze just for a little bit of personality. It's very much a Glock 19 U-notch with the night front, accessory rail, cut out for a red dot, stippled, not super aggressive, very familiar feel, very Glock-like trigger. I actually brought a Shadow Systems to compare this to, something I thought would be apples and apples. So, the action's pretty smooth. Trigger pull feels like a factory Glock. So, other than the finish, at this point, I'm not sure what you're paying any extra for. I mean, it's a decent looking gun, fair enough, but I'm not sure why you'd pick this over just a factory Glock. I mean, the thing is, if you're gonna make this and it's gonna be cost more, then it should be better. So, let's shoot it and see if it is better. Let me get some rounds. All right, so I got 10 rounds loaded into your little PMag here. First time firing this, let's see what we think. Yeah, I mean, it handles well enough. Recoil and everything's exactly what you'd expect. Comes down to sight picture right. The problem is I don't see any real distinction between this and a regular 19. Let's shoot some more. All right, we've got a little reactive target set up down here a little ways. Let's try some accuracy shooting. This will be a little slower, of course. With the trigger pull, I gotta take my time a little bit more than I'd like to. Trigger's a little rough. I didn't hit the target. I'm gonna have to get a bigger piece of paper. Stand by. Up and down looks pretty good, but this thing's shooting pretty high consistently. Let me get 5 more rounds in. Maybe go something heavier. So that's fairly interesting. I went from 115 to 147. It changed the point of aim fairly significantly. But, I mean, the groups aren't terrible, but they're not something to brag about. It's shooting high with the 115s, it's shooting to the left with the 147s, which is odd. Same point of aim. So, let's do some more testing. All right, so bottom line here is this thing is kind of redundant. All right, if you like the look of it, you like the aesthetics, you're a big believer in the brand, then I have no beef with this pistol per se. The problem is at the $600 price point, I would probably just get a 19X with as many, if not more, features than this for the same money. And at least then it actually comes with more than one magazine and a plastic box. So with the point of aim being off, the trigger being no better than factory, and the accuracy being on par with your average Glock, I'm just not sure why you would choose this over something like a Shadow Systems, or, I mean, this is a very competitive market right now with these Glocks. I feel like that trigger pull's throwing me pretty good, but I'm overshooting some of the targets farther away. The point of aim on this is really high, of course, and if you know these kind of sights, there's nothing that can really be done about that without modification. So again, it's reliable, no hiccups, no nothing. I've shot quite a few rounds to it. It's just that it's unspectacular. It's spectacularly unspectacular. Very much like a factory Glock 19. Like I said, I prefer the 19X over this personally, but I feel like value-wise, I don't know if you're getting what you're paying for here. There's a lot more stuff on the Glock-ish market that probably beat this up pretty good. So I usually don't do negative reviews, but I'm just not sure why you'd buy this. It's fine, but why pay an extra $100 for? I mean, not even really cool slide cuts, not really anything. I mean, no back straps. There's nothing. There's just nothing here for your value. So check one out if you want to, but I'd look elsewhere.